Hello, my name is Emma Evans and I'm admissions tutor and lecturer at the London College of Music.
And hello, my name is Richard Link and I'm the course leader for the Actor Musicianship program. Today we're going to talk to you about our musical theater programs and our actor musicianship programs. We're going to give you a bit of an overview of what you can expect when you come and hang out with us next year.
So, the overview with musical theatre, we have two courses for the actor-singer. And so we're looking at text, both in sung and spoken voice. And you will see that these unique courses look at developing the expertise in acting, so coming from imagination, emotion, and impulse. So we also look at the importance of the actor in delivering sung and spoken text in actor movement, theatre, and music. With the Level 3 foundation year, this helps strengthen your performance skills, both in building skills in the 4 disciplines, which are the voice, movement, theatre, and music. So here are our modules. Discovering yourself looks at acting. Discovering yourself voice is vocal work. Discovering your physicality is movement. And then we have academic skills and creative skills. We also have what is known as sort of like a performance project, putting it together. And we also have one-to-one singing tuition, which you get right through if you do either the 3 or 4 year courses. So then it comes to moving on to level 4 and 5, and that's a development. So we've been looking at the self as a performer, so that's through your acting and singing and movement skills. We also include as extracurricular dance as well, and that is also in our societies. We have a drama society, musical theatre society as well. And here we have some of the modules: improvisation, movement, musicality for musical theatre, theatre studies, so that will be looking at theatre and musical theatre history. Then we have acting musical theatre, so it's putting everything together in terms of movement, acting and singing, and again, your one-to-one singing tuition. And then now we have actor musicianship, which Richard will talk about.
In level 4 and 5, our modules are very similar to the musical theater course in that we have acting studies, we have movement studies, and we have voice studies, and we have the actor and the song studies. So those courses are exactly the same as they would be in the musical theater program. But in our program, we have some bespoke music courses. In first year, you have a class called Ensemble Music Making, which turns into composition for theater in second year. First year Ensemble Music Making is we start to look at what it means to play as an ensemble, and we start writing arrangements. We arrange some folk songs, we arrange some little Baroque pieces, and then that culminates with some arrangements of Strauss waltzes that then you perform as part of the acting module for the acting course. And in second year, this class becomes composition for theater, and in first term, we look at writing songs, which culminates in writing some tunes for a cabaret, and in second term, we look at writing instrumental music and underscoring for plays, and that culminates in writing music for a Shakespeare play. So that's one of the courses that's different. And the other one is, you see up there, Music for Theater 1 and 2. And that's basically where we put all your skills together. You take your playing, your singing, your dancing, and your acting, and you throw them all together and come up with this amazing mess of stuff. And that culminates in second year. You work on 3 or 4 different pieces, and you rehearse them, and you get them memorized. You also arrange them, and then you get them up on their feet, and you run around and sing and dance and make it all happen. This year, the students are doing pieces from Martin Guerre. They're doing the opening of Sweeney Todd. They're doing a piece from Pippin, and a piece from Next to Normal. So they've arranged these pieces, and now they're working on the staging, and eventually they'll perform them for their classmates and for others in the course. And so otherwise, everything's the same, except we don't offer one-to-one voice tuition in first and second year. We offer one-to-one instrumental tuition. You have group voice classes. I think it says they're group singing. So we offer group singing classes instead. And because our numbers are quite small, it works out really, really well. And then in third year, you can decide if you want to have one-to-one instrumental or one-to-one voice, or maybe a combination of both. Anything else I need to say about that? As well as there are lots of extra music opportunities for you. We have a stage band class, we have an orchestra, we have a jazz band, we have a percussion ensemble, and all these opportunities are there, and they're situated in the timetable such that you can participate in all of those and participate in your classes.
So we're going on to level 6. I suppose that's the culmination of your studies, whether you do the 3 or 4 year, 2 or 3 years study, which then comes into performances. We have production 1, or performance and production, and this year we did Anything Goes, and
Hello,
have
Dolly.
Dolly. Thank you for that. I nearly forgot. And then we have production 2, which we will be looking at a new musical, In Another Century, written by John Cameron and made in Dagenham. Professional practice, which is what I teach, looks at preparing yourself for the industry. So CVs, photos, agent's letter, personal development plan, those sorts of things we look at. We also have a number of industry workshops and talks within the module. Research for the actor-singer is your dissertation, so it can be anything that you want to write about performance. And then again, you have your one-to-one singing tuition.
We're very similar in that we have professional practice, which culminates in a showcase in a West End theater downtown. This year we're doing it at the Soho Theater. You also have research for the actor-musician, which is your dissertation, and you have one-to-one singing and or instrumental tuition. How we're a little bit different in that we start the year with an advanced musical production. So all the students are involved singing, dancing, acting, and playing in a musical. This year we did Lucky Stiff, which was a great hoot and a great success. And then right after that, the theaters worked on their Theatre from Young Audiences pieces, where they worked with a director who runs a TYA company in town and created 2 different pieces that they took to some primary schools in February. The one show was about climate change, and the other was about internet safety. And so they got to perform these for a week for primary kids, and they had a great time. And the little guys just loved it. We've got all these great pictures and things back from them. And then after that, they're now involved in their public production number 1. So half the guys are involved with the actors in their production of As You Like It, and the rest are involved in the production of Good Person, Szechuan. So they're playing roles as well as providing the music. And we also have, I think you do as well, advanced movement and voice, which is sort of extra work to help you prepare for the movement and voice components of your productions. Auditions.
Yes,
Our favorite.
auditions.
We've been auditioning here for 15, 20 years.
It's been, the musical theatre course started 11 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, and this is the first graduating year for actor
Musicianship, right? Yeah.
Okay, so basically for the audition process, we're looking at the awareness of the voice in sung and spoken work. Think about using material that suits you. We don't want to see your A-level drama pieces or your B.Tech drama pieces. We want to see something about you. So you will see for the musical theatre that it's in like 2 sections. So there is a short movement session and a warm-up, general musicianship workshop, which really is to do with oral test and a general knowledge test on musical theatre. And then you have a short vocal workshop warm-up. And then your pieces, so you get to perform a monologue from a contemporary play post-1980, the max 20 lines. really. 1 minute is sufficient
Yep.
in duration. Then you have a musical theatre song, but we do ask you to look at the following composers. It has to be from one of these composers: Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, Cole Porter, Rodgers and Hammerstein, or Jerome Kern. And it's between 32 to 64 bars. And then performing a dramatic monologue from the existing musical theatre lyric. Basically, it's taking a lyric from a musical theatre song and making it into a monologue. Please, please, please do not consider presenting any work, any material, sung and spoken that is from a play or a musical in the West End. We don't want to see a copy or an imitation. What we want to see is you.
Yep. What we're really interested in is seeing how creative you are and how willing you are to play with us. Because what will happen in your audition is that we will work with you and redirect you and give you a sense of how we work. And so we're interested in seeing how much you're willing to go along with that. Can I just say something about the Actor Muso auditions? They're very similar in that you need to prepare a song, and actually I don't really care where it comes from. It can be any, it can be old, it can be new. You have to prepare a dramatic monologue and a sonnet, a Shakespeare sonnet, and you also have to be prepared to play something on your instrument of choice. If you're coming in as a piano player, have a bit of piano music and so forth. And if you're going to come in with a couple of instruments, you know, bring your I'm happy for you to bring music for all of your instruments. You can come and play as much as you want.
Just to say, I had inquiries about that voice being an instrument. Yes, it is an instrument, but it needs to be a musical instrument in terms of piano, guitar. Yes,
for the acting musicianship program. Yeah.
Also, for both courses, you will have to write an essay. For the musical theatre, it's basically your preparation and rehearsal process of your monologue.
Yep, same for us. Yeah.
Okay. And this is, which can be found on the website, recent passport photo, to bring loose, comfortable clothing, so for the movement task, appropriate footwear, copies of your monologue, song lyric, and sheet music, and your prepared written work.
Make sure your sheet music is in the right key and is taped together. You know, make sure you've gone through your sheet music with a pianist so you know what it sounds like.
We want to see that the course is about preparing performers, individual performers. And so we want to see your uniqueness.
Yeah. What do you think is interesting, exciting about you? That's what we want you to present to us.
As Richard said about the music, please make sure that it's also correctly marked, not stapled.
No staples.
It needs to be taped.
Tape. Or it can be in a folder and binder in those plastic sheets. That's fine too. Yep.
And I mentioned before about the copies of the monologue and song lyric. So this is all to do with the UCAS entry points, which you can find online. You can see here, if you're looking at the 4-year with foundation, it's 80 UCAS points. And if you're going for the 3-year, it's between 120 and 128 UCAS points. And that's for both courses. The musical theatre course started 11 years ago. And from that, we have students that are in the West End, Book of Mormon, that have appeared in Motown, The Lion King. 6. We've got one that's in the West End and one on Norwegian cruises. We have someone that was on the tour of Les Mis understudying Jean Valjean, the part of Jean Valjean. Pantos, UK tours, European tours, cruise work, theatre and education. Also, the students that have set up their own companies as well, and that are writing musicals as well. And one of those is one of our graduating students, and in her showcase actually performed one of her songs at the showcase. So there's so many opportunities that you can look at on this course.
There's always a couple of questions that students ask at our open days, and I thought I would address them now so that you don't have to email us in asking about them. The question that everyone asks is about showcase and agents. And yes, we do a showcase, and yes, many of our students get interest from agents. Last year, out of 43 musical theater students, 38 of them had interest from industry professionals. And currently in my actor-musician graduating class, out of 9 students, 5 of them already have agents, and that's before the showcase. Thanks very much for listening, and we hope to see you at an audition in person or online, and hopefully get to teach you next year. Bye-bye.
Bye.